This is Broadway, and you can see all the great theaters that are here. A lot of these are landmark, so people really can't change them. The theater owners really like it because it's like really great. It allows them to have like a monopoly on just the different shows, and it's really great. Like, so many people come here. This is Sunday, so there aren't so many people here today, but normally the whole street is just crowded with people. You can see here Rotten Tomatoes, for example, the St. James Theater, the Helen Hayes Theater in the distance, you can see that. You know, and all of these are landmarked, of course, so they really can't change them. But even though they're landmarked, people still really enjoy coming here. And you can see here in this theater, the Majestic, and there are all these other theaters around here. And this is going right to Times Square. So it's, as I said earlier, during the regular weekday and when it's the theater time, it's very crowded here. People are usually waiting after the show to see the stars leave. And the stars actually like that. The stars want to come out to the crowds, sign some autographs, get some photographs, so that way they become even more famous and they help to market the shows. Because that's one of the reasons why people enjoy the shows, because they have a chance to interact with the various stars that are here. And this has been around for many, many years, the Broadway area. And you can see the famous Sardi's. That's that famous restaurant that's always talked about, where all the celebrities like to go, especially the people in the theater. They love to go there, so they love to host little events over there. You know, you can see here Mamma Mia. You can see how wonderful it is. You could just imagine how it would be like during a regular day. And then there again is the Helen Hayes Theater, you know, which we walked by just a little bit, which we saw earlier. You can see here more of the different theaters. And it's a beautiful Sunday, so many people really enjoyed today just being around. But again, for the theaters, they're not really in session today just because it's not the regular time for the theaters. And you can see here, like this crowded street. This is very normal for Times Square because Times Square traffic is usually always very, very busy. Now here we're gonna go into a little alleyway. This is like Nederlander alleyway because it's one Schubert Alley, sorry, Schubert Alley. So, because the Schubert theaters are around here. And there's a very interesting family that owns a number of the theaters here, and that's called the Nederlander family. And you can see here, this beautiful theater. And this whole area is extremely busy all the time. And many people just love to go to lunch here too. You can see here Junior's, this little restaurant here. People love to go there. I don't know about the quality of the food, but its location is just great because so many people are able to go right after the theater. And here in front of us is the Marriott Marquis. You know, it's well known for like an exquisite lobby that it has. Many people love to stay in there. There's many events that are always going on in the Marriott Marquis. So we're just taking another little turn around just to see what some of the other parts, what the other street of the theater district has. So here you can see more of the theaters that are right here. And people just love this. And the Lion King in the background, right there. And again, what we're looking towards is Times Square. And many people just really enjoy this whole area. It's always like extremely busy, as I said. You can see here more of the theaters. And now we're going from Times Square to 8th Avenue. And so we just went on two streets. These are where most of the theaters on Broadway are. And many people just enjoy it. Like, so many people come from out of town just to see these various plays. And for them, they enjoy it to see an actual Broadway play. And I think it's great. It allows someone to take in what made theater great in New York. And this is what encourages many people to actually enjoy theater in their own hometowns. So what's really interesting too, a lot of times in New York, a lot of the big plays that are going on, like for example, the show in front of us, Les Mis, has many other shows going on throughout the world. But it's the Broadway theater shows that end up making it famous and making people all over the world want to see their own version of Les Miserables or the other plays. And so this way they get a chance to see the plays without having to come to New York. You can see here another theater. And it's really nice, like all these different theaters that are around here. So again, this is, we're heading toward 8th Avenue. We're just going to turn around and we're going to look back toward Times Square. So this way we can take another look at what the theaters look like. So this way people who are not in New York can enjoy what is going on in this theater district and see what might be occurring. There you go. Schoenfeld Theater, all the other theaters down the street. Just great to see this. Just great to be in the theater district. And what typically happens is after the theater, people go to dinner, and very close by, there's so many exquisite restaurants because a lot of the theater goers really prefer to eat out after the theater or before the theater. So has encouraged a booming restaurant industry in the New York area. Even though the economy is not so good in 2015 and earlier, it's still a nice thing for people to do. Instead of going on a long trip overseas, they can go on a short trip to New York, or the people from New York can actually just be in the city and go to a theater and a dinner. And for them, it's sort of like an inexpensive vacation. Something to do that not quite most other people don't quite do, but still it's a way of doing something and yet feeling like you've accomplished something for something that's different, a diversion. So this is one of the theaters that we walked nearby, and you can see here, it's just great, just beautiful seeing all these different theaters around here.